There is a habit so small, so quiet, that most people will never take it seriously. Yet it decides who stays average and who quietly rewrites their entire life. Not hustle, not motivation, not waking up 4 am. Something far more subtle. Every morning before the world reaches you, there is a brief window where the mind is unguarded. No pressure, no expectation, no identity fully loaded yet. Most people waste this window. They grab their phone, they absorb noise, they inherit other people's urgency, and without realizing it, they start the day living someone else's priorities. Here's the truth no one explains. Your life doesn't change during big moments. It changes during repeated mornings. Mornings decide tone, tone decides decisions, decision decides direction, and direction compounds silently. There is a reason people feel stuck even while working hard. They start each day reactive, reacting to messages, reacting to headlines, reacting to obligations. Reaction is not movement, reaction is surrender. The habit that changes everything is not what you do in the morning, it's what you refuse to consume. Before the mind stabilizes, whatever enters first becomes the lens for the entire day. Fear creates fear, urgency creates mistakes, noise creates confusion, stillness creates clarity. This is why some people seem calm no matter what happens. They didn't wake up disciplined, they protected the first 20 minutes of consciousness. That's it. No affirmations, no forcing positivity, no pretending, just pure silence and awareness. In that silence, something powerful happens. The nervous system settles, thoughts slow down, identity locks in before the world can interfere. And once identity is set, the day follows. Here's the uncomfortable part. If the morning starts wrong, the entire day becomes damage control. You can still be productive, you can still work, but you're compensating, not creating. The mind needs a signal of safety before it can make aligned decision. Most people never give it one. So they stay anxious, impulsive, distracted, even while trying to manifest calm and success. That contradiction never works. This is why the habit is quiet. No one applauds stillness. No algorithm rewards silence. But silence trains authority, and authority is what attracts money, clarity, and respect. If you have felt mentally crowded, emotionally rushed, productive, but misaligned, it's not lack of effort, it's lack of protected consciousness. That first window of the day is not about productivity, it's about control of identity. Before the world speaks to you, you decide who you are going to be. Most people don't even realize this decision is being made anyway, just unconsciously, by notifications, by urgency, by noise. That's why life feels reactive instead of intentional. Here is the structure, simple but not easy. The first 20 minutes after waking are non negotiable. No phone, no information, no conversation at all. Not because those things are evil, but because identity hasn't stabilized yet. The mind is impressionable, the nervous system is open. Whatever enters now becomes authority for the day. So instead of consuming, you do one thing: you sit. Not to meditate perfectly, not to force calm, not to do anything which will create effect or growth in your career. Just you need to simply sit quietly, just to notice your breath, notice your tension, notice thoughts without fixing them. This is not spiritual fluff. I literally want you to understand it. This is a neurological training. You are teaching the nervous system, I am safe before I perform. That signal alone changes everything. When safety is established early, decision making improves automatically. You don't rush replies, you don't chase urgency, you don't confuse pressure with importance. And this is where money enters the conversation. Most bad financial decisions are emotional decisions. Impulse spending, fear based choice, overworking from anxiety, undercharging from insecurity, those patterns don't start at the bank. They start in the morning nervous system. A regulated morning creates regulated choices, and regulated choices compound into stability. This is why this habit feels boring at first. There is no dopamine hit, no visible reward, no instant validation. But internally, something important is happening. You are reclaiming authority over attention, and attention is the most expensive currency in the world. After a few weeks, something subtle shifts. You start feeling less rushed, even on busy days. I guarantee you. You respond instead of react. You feel grounded even when outcomes are uncertain. That's not luck. That's identity integration. Here's why most people quit right before it works. The ego gets uncomfortable. Because silence removes distraction, and distraction is how the ego avoids unresolved tension. This is very deep science. This is not any bullshit. You are a spiritual being, you are not body. You need to take care of your software, then the hardware will work properly. People only work on hardware. But what about the software? So the mind will whisper, this is pointless, I could be doing something productive, this isn't working. That voice is not logic. It's resistance. And resistance always shows up right before change becomes permanent. If you stay anyway, if you protect that window constantly, you cross a threshold. The day no longer controls you, you set the tone. And when you set the tone repeatedly, life recognizes around you. Opportunities align cleaner, boundaries feel natural, confidence becomes quiet but unshakable. This is why most people who master mornings don't talk about it loudly. Because the real power is invisible. It shows up as calm authority, steady progress, fewer regrets, cleaner relationships, better money decisions, no drama, no noise, just pure alignment. So here is the truth clearly stated. You don't need a new strategy. You don't need more motivation. You don't need to wake up earlier than anyone else. You need to protect consciousness before the world claims it. That's it. Tomorrow morning, do not change your life. Just protect the first 20 minutes. That's it. Sit quietly, breathe, exhale, let the nervous system settle, let identity lock in, and then move. Do this long enough, and one day you will realize life didn't suddenly change. You did, quietly first. And if you understood this routine, I want you to like, share, and subscribe so you cannot miss another routine, spiritual awakening, and manifestation video. I'll see you in my next video.